For a beginner, managing a WordPress site still sometimes feels like it requires a developer on a speed dial. But what if your AI assistant could actually do things inside your site and not just tell you what to do? That's exactly what I'm gonna show you today. In my previous video, I showed you how to connect Claude Code to your WordPress site using the NovaMira plugin, and a lot of you asked about Codex. So, in this video, I'm walking you through the full setup with Codex, and I'm showing you 10 real practical things this integration lets you do. From managing WooCommerce products to tweaking site settings, all without touching the backend manually. Now, let's get into it. Now, the plugin we're going to use in this video is called NovaMira. This one here. It's a totally free plugin. Just click on the button, download the file, install it as you always do, and then go to the dashboard and you'll see there is a link called NovaMira. Go to the configuration, enable AI activities, save, and next click on this generate another application password. You can add your own name here, but you don't have to. If you leave it blank, it will use a name NovaMira as shown down below here. But to demonstrate it, I'm going to give it a name test, generate the application, and now this is a password. You can copy it because later you will not see it. Now scroll down and copy this prompt. You'll see the full text here. Copy the prompt, add it to the cursor or Claude or whatever you're using. In this case, I'm using the Codex. Just copy the prompt, add it to your Codex chat, and it will connect your site with Codex. If you want to be a little bit more technical, then open up this need the JSON config for a specific client, open up the Codex, copy this, then go to your Codex settings, go to configuration, open up the config file, paste it here, save, quit Codex, reopen it, and then go to the MCP servers and you'll see it is connected to your site. One more thing, pay attention that if you don't use NovaMira daily, then I would suggest you to deactivate. And if you take a look at the NovaMira documentation, it also says that it's for development and staging environments only. Always keep backups. So pay attention that you should always use a backup plugin. For example, I'm using WP Vivid Backup. Create backup before you start messing with it. And then if something happens, you can restore to the previous state. Now, when this is out of the way, let's go and create a new chat. I'm going to create a chat. I'm not going to work in any project. And first thing I can do with my site is I'm going to give Codex this prompt here. Connect to my site. Assume WooCommerce is active. Create the daily WooCommerce Command Center report for today. Inspect cross sales, orders, top 10 products, new customers, and so on. As an output, I would like to see the concise executive summary, provide tables for orders, and so on. So I'm gonna submit, and now let's wait. It says it's gonna connect to my site. You'll see it found it. Now it asks for the confirmation. I'm gonna always allow, and let's wait for next update. It took a couple of minutes, and now it created me a report. You'll see it here. Let's take a closer look at it. It displays that today so far 3 orders, all processing, net sales. It says that I have 18 products out of stock, 14 on back order with 0 stock, some revenue metrics, order by status, today's orders, top products, customers. As you see, new customers 3, no returning customers, no failed orders, no pending orders. It displays highest priority out of stock products, and it recommends me 3 new actions. That is, review the processing orders, prioritize out of stock products, and audit the backorder products. So this is done. Next, let's test with the next prompt. This time I'm asking it to analyze inventory and create a low stock triage report. I ask to inspect products below their low stock threshold, out of stock products, products with stock management disabled but recent sales activity, products with recent sales velocity that may sell out soon, and product categories most affected by low stock. I ask it output as a clear table plus a short action plan, and I ask to not change stock levels. So let's submit and let's see what comes out now. So it took approximately 2 minutes and it came up with this report. You'll see these are the findings here. Most affected categories are electronics, and there's a triage table. You'll see that these are the priorities here. Urgent. It says that I would need to urgently restock these products because they are selling really well. Now when I scroll down, you'll see this is all the data here. It says there are some risk notes. The biggest operational issue is now low stock. 18 products are out of stock. Action plan is here. Next, let's do something more complicated. You'll see I have a headphones category here. It contains 12 products. I'm gonna give it a prompt, which is connect to the site, locate product category named headphones, and calculate the sale price equal to 20% off of the regular price, schedules a sale, and do not modify any other products or products that already have a sale price 20% or more. So let's submit and let's wait for the result. Okay, it worked for a minute and a half and displays me the result. We'll verify whether it worked. We're gonna refresh. And what do you know? All the prices are changed. Let's see whether the schedule is also correct. Yes, it is. Sale prices from today until the end of the May. As you saw, for the Codex it took only a minute and a half, but for me to change all the prices manually would have taken much longer. Okay, back to the Codex, and now let's move on. And I created a new chat, and this is the prompt. Connect to the site and export all orders from the last 14 days as CSV file. Let's submit and let's wait for the results. It says that there are 80 orders in the 14 days window. It's gonna export one row per order with totals and all other details. Okay, after 3 minutes, it exported all the orders. This is the file, and let's see whether it actually displays all the info. Yes, what do you know? This is everything here, all the information. Great. That covers the WooCommerce side. But NovaMira isn't just a store management tool, and if you stop there, you're leaving a lot on the table. On the performance and security side, this is where the integration earns its place for regular WordPress site owners too. Clear cache, run a database cleanup, check what's dragging your load time down, all in one prompt and done. No phpMyAdmin, no digging through 3 different plugin dashboards to find the right setting. And same goes for security. Check user roles, review login activity, flag anything suspicious, all in plain language, no log files, no error codes to decode. Is it a replacement for a dedicated security plugin? No, but as an extra layer on top of what you already have, it's genuinely useful. Before I proceed, I need your help with something. That is, hit that like button so the algorithm thinks I'm cooler than I actually am. Now, let's see what else we can do here. All those prompts were about WooCommerce, but let's see what happens with our plugins. That is, I'm gonna tell Codex to audit installed WordPress plugins and create a safe plugin cleanup plan. Inspect active plugins, inactive plugins, duplicate plugins, plugins related to WooCommerce checkouts and so on, and plugins that should not be removed. Also plugins that appear unused but may still store data, plugins that should not be removed before backups are confirmed, and it will create me an audit. I say do not deactivate, delete, update or modify any plugin. So let's submit, and there it is. After 2 minutes it came up with a report. The cleanup decision is do not start by deleting inactive plugins. This site has several inactive plugins that still own stored data, especially these plugins here. Executive summary about WordPress information, plugins, current WooCommerce payment gateway. There is no obvious dedicated security plugin active. It says that temporary login without password is active and security sensitive. It says backup plugin is active and has backup settings, As you see, there is a backup plugin and there is one backup available. And down below here, there is a plugin risk table. It says what is happening and the recommended action is also here. Great. Some important warnings, step-by-step cleanup sequence, and all the information for you. It is especially useful if you're a noob or beginner and you don't know what to do with your site, whether to install or whether to activate or deactivate something. Now, let's do a performance audit. That is, run a performance resource audit, inspect version, inspect WordPress version, PHP version, active theme, active plugins, everything that affects performance, object cache, database table size, and so on. Do not make any changes in the first pass, and this is an audit and recommendation task only. Let's submit. Now probably it's gonna take a little bit longer than before. Now it took approximately 4.5 minutes, and these are the results. All the performance risks. It says no persistent object cache or page cache drop-in detected. Auto-loaded options are too large. Action schedule log table is bloated. That is, if I go to the tools and scheduled actions, you'll see it has 1400 completed tasks that are not removed. Now it talks about some medium risks and down below some low risks. Active plugins most likely to affect performance is WooCommerce and some other stuff here. Recommended first pass sequence, confirm a fresh full backup, and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to create a new database backup with WP Vivid and then clean action schedule table. And I'm going to tell it to then audit and clean large automated options, raise memory limit to 512 meg, and only then do deeper database cleanup. To pay attention, start with the database backup first. So submit, and let's wait for the results. It found that WP Vivid stores the local backups under its configured backup directory. Now it starts a local database only backup. At the same time, I see that WP Vivid has been activated and it creates a database backup. So it's going to take a bit time until it finishes here. Great, now it says backup task is marked completed. Let's see. Yep, there it is, the database. Back to the Codex, and let's allow the next steps. Now it says that action schedule cleanup is done. Logs dropped from 121,000 rows to 4,000 rows, and it found some autoload offenders from leftover plugins and themes. Autoload cleanup finished, and payload dropped by about 1 megabyte without deleting option values. Now it's gonna raise a memory limit. Let's allow. Okay, now it took approximately 14 minutes, and these are the results. Database backup created, action schedule deleted logs, cleaned action schedule orphaned logs, deleted all completed cancelled actions, cleaned large autoload options, raised memory limit. Let's see whether it did so. So let's go to the tools and site health, info, server, and there it is, memory limit 512 megs. It completed deeper database cleanup, optimized database tables, and some important warnings here. The remaining follow-up is to check the site and verify whether everything works. Okay, almost there. Let's do a last test. This time I'm gonna create a new chat. What I'm going to ask is to connect to the site and analyze WooCommerce product titles, short descriptions, and everything for SEO optimization. Inspect published products and identify unclear product titles, whether the titles are too generic, too long, too short, and everything else. For each product that needs improvement, provide me a product ID, title, recommended improved title, and some writing rules down below here. It says do not update product content. Let's submit. And since I have approximately 100 products plus some variations, it may take a bit time. So let's wait for the results. Okay, these are the findings after 2 minutes of analyzing. The core decision is do not edit yet. All 99 published products need copy work, but the biggest risk is that much of the catalog appears generated. Generic descriptions, repeated phrasing, unsupported claims, weak SEO intent, and several title category attribute inconsistencies. This is all correct because I used my dummy data generator plugin to generate all these products for my demo shop. These are the titles here. Now, these are the suggestions. Current title, recommended title, and if you scroll down, you'll see the table with the high priority issues. Scroll down and you'll see what is happening here. And as you saw, this way you can analyze all your products. Now, last thing I would like to show you is automations. When I go to the automation and click New Automation, give the title Weekly Shop Summary. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my first prompt, paste it here. It says connect to my site, WooCommerce is active, HBO's order storage is activated, create a weekly WooCommerce Command Center report for the last week from Monday to Sunday. Inspect gross sales, taxes, and so on, order status, top 10 products, new customers, and so on. Output and warnings not to modify anything. Instead of daily, it's going to be weekly on Mondays at 9 o'clock. Project is chats, and when I create it, this is my automation, which will trigger next Monday, and it will continue to do so every week. Great. Now, once more, this is the NovaMira plugin for WordPress. It's totally free plugin, but as I said earlier, when you don't use it, then go to the installed plugins and deactivate it. Since I set up the automations and the plugin is deactivated, it will fail, but nevertheless, I wanted to show you the automations you can set up with Codex. So that's NovaMira with Codex. Connected, set up, and doing real work inside a WordPress site. One thing I'm genuinely curious about, what other ways do you think AI could be used to manage a WordPress site? There is a lot of obvious stuff, but I suspect some of you are already testing things I haven't thought of. Drop it in the comments. Let's see what creative uses people are actually finding for this. And if you missed the earlier video where I connected Claude Code using NovaMira, that one's on the screen right now. Take a look at it next. In the meantime, take care.